House of Representatives getting set for an unprecedented contempt vote against U.S. Attorney General Eric Holder this week, and the chairman of the Oversight Committee, Darrell Issa, says he believes the Justice Department is lying to Congress in the investigation of Fast and Furious.
We, in fact, are simply trying to get to the truth when we were told a lie, and that's what this contempt is about. It's about the cover-up. What we're seeking are documents we know to exist February 4th to December that are, in fact, about Brian Terry's murder, who knew and why people were lying about it, and get to the truth. That's all we want.
He said a lot of things on Sunday morning that we'll get to now with Ford O'Connell, former campaign advisor to John McCain in 2008, also the chairman of the Civic Forum PAC, and Kirsten Power is a Daily Beast columnist and a Fox News contributor. Good morning to both of you. And Kirsten,
good morning.
Fresh off her Sunday morning battle with Brit Hume on Fox News Sunday, mano a mano. You're doing all right, right?
Oh, yeah.
You good with that? Brit's coming up.
I'm good with that.
Brit's coming up in 45 minutes, okay? So you stay tuned.
I better watch what I say.
All right, Ford, with regard to the contempt charge and what's happening, is this bad for the White House, or do we know that yet?
There's a scent of a cover-up. This is potentially extremely embarrassing for the White House, given that 2 U.S. agents died and several hundred Mexicans. And the question is whether or not there was actually a cover-up. But right now, given the games that Attorney General Holder's playing, we just don't know. But it does have the potential to be catastrophic for the White House. The question is whether or not they'll be able to run out the clock between now and the election.
What I thought was interesting is that Issa said he has no evidence the White House was involved in any cover-up, Kirsten. I thought that was somewhat revealing at the moment.
Yeah. Well, look, I think that if you want to look at this from a political standpoint, I don't see how this helps the Republicans, because the number one issue on people's minds right now is the economy. So any time that is spent on this is time that isn't spent on the economy. And so, I think if I'm Mitt Romney, I want to be talking about the economy, not Fast and Furious, especially because Americans already think that Washington is dysfunctional. They already think that it's all partisan politics. So they're coming into it with that viewpoint. So they're already predisposed to believe.
But what about the charge that Issa says, listen, I have to figure out why the Justice Department, quote unquote, lied about the operation?
Well, here's the thing.
Is that not legitimate?
No, it's really not. At the end of the day, what happened was the Justice Department sent a letter up that denied that they knew about the program or denied the program, and then it was from the ATF, the people who are running the program. So then they provided all this information saying, okay, we were wrong, here's all the information. They spent all this time handing it over. Issa was pretty transparent that this has nothing to do with getting to the bottom of why this tragedy happened.
Ford, when you drop the word lying or lied to or lied about, people want to know.
Well, that's exactly right. This was a disastrous operation, and it appears that there is a cover-up. I do agree with Kirsten, though, that the question for Republicans is really how far they want to push. And I think that they do feel that if Holder doesn't turn over these documents, going for the contempt vote is the right way to go. The problem right now is most Americans are concerned about the economy, and frankly, most people think that Fast and Furious is a bad Vin Diesel movie, not something that is really an issue that we should be looking at. But, as more comes out, I think a lot of people are going to recognize that, this goes to accountability and questions of leadership, both for the DOJ and for the Obama White House.
Well, a week ago, no one was covering this.
That's exactly right. That's a weak mainstream media
So this is the kind
coverage.
of drip, drip, drip that happens on investigations like this, Ford.
That's absolutely right. And the question is will we come to a quick resolve on this, and will the White House and the DOJ be more forthcoming? We all know that the White House will say, gee, or the DOJ will say, gee, we've given over 9,000 documents. We all know that document discovery and document production is a fishing expedition and a game that both sides play. The question is, can we get to the bottom of this in time, and can we get closure for the Terry family, and can we make sure that this doesn't happen in the future?
Kirsten, I'll give you the last word.
Well, this is my least favorite thing about Washington, which is the fishing expeditions that go on in both parties using our government resources, precious time and money to really try to attack the other party. Because at the end of the day, we know what happened.
If the shoe were on the other foot, Kirsten, though, you guys would be coming after us.
No, I wouldn't.
In the White House.
Actually, you can go back and see that with all the Valerie Plame stuff. I said this is a witch hunt. It is absolutely partisan. I am completely consistent on this.
But we have 2 American agents who are dead.
and tragedy, and it was a terrible program, and the program was shut down, and they did an inspector general investigation into it. I mean, Republicans keep pretending that Holder hasn't
Let's get
apologized for
closure on
that
this issue and move on
hasn't-
to
See if
jobs
he
in the
finds
economy.
something.
No, there's been closure.
And in time, we will all
The program's
know
been
this.
shut down.
That's
But
exactly
ICE
right, Bill.
clearly is not stopping. We'll see whether or not there's some sort of resolution before the contempt vote that is expected this week. And there is a possibility that there could be an accommodation on both sides. Kirsten, thank you. Ford, thanks to
Thank
you.
you.
Kirsten, stay
Thank you,
tuned.
Bill.
We'll bring you back for a one-on-one with Hume at 10 a.m. We call that round 2. See you later.